going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got some stuff, right? We're gonna be taking off these intake pipes and swapping these out with, which is, if you know GTRs, this is kind of a pain in the butt because the air filter is kind of like right here. So you got to remove the bumper to get to the air filter. And you, on some of these, you can actually like loosen things up and just pull it forward and swap it out. But this is what we got in. We got the massive 4-inch with no maps, the massive Boost Logic 4-inch intakes, all titanium. So we're gonna get these swapped out. Then we have a Boost Logic 4.5-inch Magnum exhaust, which I will unbox right now. That is titanium as well with no muffler, so it's gonna be extremely loud. Then we are gonna start taking off the intakes as much as possible without having to remove the bumper so far. And then we're gonna put the lift and get it all up, and then start removing the panels for the bumper. So stay tuned, man. Hit the subscribe button if you are new here. Hit the like button if you like what I'm actually doing. So let's get to it, man. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be pretty much an all-day affair. All right, so like I was saying, you would probably be able to get the filters in and out if they were the smaller ones. See how tiny these are right here? But look how big this mug is. So I know that it said that we'd have to do some trimming, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be these plastic pieces down there, so this will fit, which will be no big deal. But these are massive compared to the ones that are on there right now. So we're getting pretty close. Like I said, I got this off. I'm going to take these tabs off. Then we're going to get the jacks up underneath here, get the wheels off, and get the inner fender off, and get this bumper off. So it's going to be a little bit. So I got the stock intake pipes out. You see them right over there. Boom. Right there. Got them out. I'm going to go ahead and I put the boot on this side so we can start off with. I'm going to put the boot on this one because this one's going to be a pain in the butt. That other one was really easy because there's a lot of engine bay room. But right here there will be next to no engine bay room if I try to do it with everything still in. Had to take off the intercooler up pipe just so that it makes everything a hell of a lot easier. But got the filters out, got the pipes out, gonna put the boots on, and then we're gonna lift her up. Already got the jacks in place, it's already ready to go, and then we'll get the bumper and everything taken off. So yes, it's a little bit time consuming, but I want to do everything right, make sure that everything's nice and tight and snug and correctly aligned, so that if we were to have any issues, we'd be able to get to, or at least try to get to it the easiest way when everything's already completely back assembled. But you can tell right here, look, check how small the actual intake pipe is. These are 3-inch, these are 4-inch. Check that out. Huge difference, huge difference. So should get quicker spool up, even though these are Gen 2 turbos, so they spool up really quick. We should get a little bit quicker spool up and get a little bit more turbo noise. Yeah, so look, this is you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Holy crap, look at this thing. Massive difference. So I mean, these are still good. These look pretty much brand new. So I will be selling all this stuff, even the exhaust that's coming off, which is the white pipe and then the muffler setup. I'm going to get it all cleaned up, get it polished up, and I'm going to try to sell it as a kit. If it does not get sold, it's just going to get hung up on the wall, which is whatever, no biggie. But we're going to go ahead and get the rest of this taken out because I got to get, obviously I got to get the pipe or I got to get this off in order to modify these shrouds right here, so that the big ones will fit, and it'll make everything really easy once this is off. So let's go ahead and get to it, man. Like I said, it's not too big of an ordeal. It's pretty much just little worm clamps, but they could be a pain in the butt when we get down to it. All right, boys, so if you don't want 4-inch intakes, then don't get them because they are a task. Look at the size of the hole that I had to cut. This is stock right here, stock. Look at this. I needed a Sawzall, I had my Dremel and everything in order to get the huge 4-inch pipes to go in and be able to manipulate through. Now, I got to go back in. I had to take off the bracket right here, this little support, but I need it for the hood latch, right? So I had to cut it, which is right here, modify it so that it doesn't cross over right here, okay? So this thing was a pain in the butt, but we got it now. All I really needed was the Sawzall. Once I got the reciprocating saw, it made light work of everything. I was easy to do it. But when I was trying to do it with the Dremel, I was sitting there trying to manipulate this very, very thick pieces of composite right here, which were a pain in the butt. But now that this side's done, it should be a cakewalk on that side. We got the game plan, it's just a pain in the butt. So if you don't feel like modifying yours this much, because it does need it in order to do that, then stick with the little small ones. But if you want that big pipe, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna have to modify the hell out of your actual freaking bumper piece or your composite piece. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back to it, start assembling things back. Well, I'm filing it down. I got the file just to take off all the sharp edges, filing it all down, get it all smoothed up, cleaned up, and then we're gonna get this side buttoned up, put it all together, and then we'll get working on that side. I'll show you once this side's done. Whew. All right, so we got one side all together. Look at that, boom, big old freaking air filter tied in with the titanium. You got your vent to air right here. It's about to be touching, but there's a lot of flex inside this tube. Everything's buttoned up, it's all good to go. That thing was a pain in the butt getting this turned in and onto that coupler. So this thing is going to take you a while, guys. If you plan on doing these, it's not too hard. If you have a Sawzall, you're going to have to take off this support that's right here. You're going to have to take off this support, notch it out, right? And then on this piece, just knock you a big old window with the Sawzall. You're going to lose some of the clamps, or you're going to lose some of the bolts that are holding, you know, nonsense in place. And then here, more than likely, I'm gonna have to cut right here, which is no big deal. I'm just gonna have to cut right here, boom, no biggie. And then this will go back right there. And then when we put the plastic support right there, it's just gonna not be supported on the sides, which is whatever. But you're gonna have this big old massive air filters. Hopefully the freaking bumper goes on, man. I'm pretty sure it will, but hopefully it does. All right, so this side, yes, was insanely easy compared to that side. Now that we know we just got to notch everything out with the Sawzall, it made it maybe 20 minutes total. That was with getting everything put back together. Actually really simple once we noticed that we needed to Sawzall it out. The only thing is that we're gonna lose the ability to have our freaking holder for the hood. So either we're gonna have to invest in the little struts that they sell for this thing, the little carbon fiber struts, or we're just gonna be without a freaking hood prop. Right now I have my jack handle, but we're pretty much done. I just need to put the bumper back together, put the lower piece on, then put the fenders back on, and we'll be done on this side. And then we'll be getting underneath to do the exhaust. So all in all, it looks freaking sweet, man. Looks really good, really tight fit. I need to make sure that the bumper's gonna fit, but it should, because right here we're still at that brace, and then it goes right here, so should be all right. Looks freaking sick, man. Looks super badass. Oh hell yeah, it looks like we are gonna be good, boys. It's gonna be a tight fit, but it looks like all the fasteners should line up in place. Everything looks good right here, and then on this side looks good. Oh hell yeah, that is gonna be so freaking sick, man. Nice and open, big old intakes. So sweet.
Sound stripe. Sound stripe. Sound stripe.
All right, boys, so we are in the trenches. We got the exhaust pretty much taken off as far as your wide pipe, your midsection, and then now we have the LegaMax exhaust. As you can tell, it's pretty restrictive and it has big old mufflers on it. 2 small pipes. You should see the one that is from Boost Logic. It is freaking massive, but for right now I need to get all this taken out. Once that's out, I'll compare the two, and my GoPro is pretty much dying, so it is what it is. But this should be the last leg of it. Let me just go ahead and I gotta get these mounts taken off, because this thing has a shit ton of braces in it. Right here, here, and here. Get those undone, drop this off, and then I'll compare the two. Look at the damn welds on this Boost Logic shit. Insane. The muffler alone is heavier than this whole box with all the full exhaust in it. The full titanium exhaust. The muffler alone. Look at the freaking difference in pipe. Holy crap. 4.5, and I believe that's 3.5, 4 inch probably. I'm not too sure. All right, boys, so as you can tell, we got the car completely done. I recorded the audio of the initial startup with the GoPro, so the audio may not be as crisp, but tomorrow we will start this thing up with the big camera with the big freaking microphone. But to me, it looks amazing. The tips do stick out quite a bit. I could actually recess it a little bit more, but man, I think it gives it that exotic look. It looks so fucking sick like that. I've seen a few people have their exhaust that actually sticks out a little bit further, and I think I'm gonna let it sit like that for a while until I see that I need to change it. But as of right now, man, it has that aggressive look, and that thing is so insanely fucking loud, insanely loud. But yeah, man. And the intakes look badass. Everything works. Started up, no check engine lights. Everything's perfect. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. Gonna go inside, take a shower because I am fucking filthy. I'm rolling around underneath this car all night. Shout out to Boost Logic for giving me a freaking steal of a deal. They took off a crap ton of money when I placed the order for this thing, man. They hooked it up. So shout out to Boost Logic, man. Those guys always come through clutch, and the quality is freaking top notch. Was it a pain in the ass to install? Absolutely. Was it a pain in the ass because I was by myself? Absolutely. Would have been easier with extra pair of hands? Absolutely. So if you're gonna do this, man, let them know that I sent you, and also volunteer somebody to help you, dude. You guys all take care. I'm gonna call it a night. Y'all be good.